Hi, this is Praios and I'm a professional gambler. Today we will talk about another cheater who was caught. I think he's not necessarily being caught, but he came forward. We're not 100% sure how this worked out, but I am trusting in Polk, who made this video and which I will review and give my opinion. And be very, very cautious. The world of gambling is full of scams and fraud. And when there is not a lot of money to be made, a lot of people will try to cheat you or find a shortcut or get your money in an easier way. You should definitely inform yourself about all the things that could happen to this is not advised to cheat yourself, but to protect yourself. You should be honest, but if you if there are cheaters in your game, you must be able to identify them. And always be very cautious. And I really recommend to check out other videos of mine, where you see other people who cheated. This is like here, not sure what his name was. But he definitely did the same thing. Or I mean, I'm not sure if he did the same thing, but this was basically a cheater who used GTO tools. And he was only be caught because his roommates, ratted him out. I highly recommend to watch this. It also shows you how real-time solvers work. Here's another video about that. So my channel is full of things which you should definitely look into. This is also something that happened recently. Martin Cabral, I think that's how he's pronounced, not sure. And he did something with the cards. Watch this video to learn more about this cheat. And this is also a general video where all the techniques are shown which might be used against you when you play poker. So also worth checking out. And it's not only the other players that cheat you, also the sites use very shady tactics to get the best out of you. And there are several videos about that too. And obviously, it's not only in poker. Casinos also are. The system is already rigged against you, but the casinos are way shadier than you might think. So watch these videos as well to find out more about that. And this is about GG being unbeatable. But without further ado, let's now get into the video of Polk.
A lifetime ban from online poker's biggest website. $320,000 confiscated from his account. Accusations of multiple types of cheating, including multi-accounting, ghosting, and real-time assistance. A family devastated by the turmoil. Ali Imsirovic has stayed silent for years, until yesterday when he decided to come clean and set the record straight. But he's not admitting to all accusations, and we have obtained shocking evidence, proof of the cheating, just not exactly how you think. This is the story of Ali Imsirovic.
Seems like everyone is now putting this writing on the screen, and it's making videos more enticing and getting people more engaged.
5 years ago, no one knew who Ali Imsirovic even was, but today he's known as a high-stakes poker player who also occasionally cheats playing poker. I've personally been aware of Ali for some time because he was one of Upswing Poker's first ever members. He must have really loved the site because he had 17 accounts, but
okay, that was actually funny.
As for the poker, this guy came out of nowhere and all of a sudden he was playing in some of the highest stakes poker games in the world, and he was playing incredibly well. He was a very tough player to face. Whether it was online or live, this guy would battle hard. In 2020,
although live it's way harder to cheat, especially using real-time assistance, it's still possible but hard. So I guess he also has a clue what he's doing.
when allegations of cheating began to swirl. At first, privately amongst the high-stakes community, people began to warn each other about Ali and the fact he might be multi-accounting or using real-time assistance to make himself stronger when he would play poker. If you don't know what that means, you can use a computer to play poker in order to make sure that you're playing really good.
Yeah, check my videos out about real-time assistance to learn more about that. We will not go into depth in here.
Mathematically sound poker, which will always beat humans in the long run. Rumors of cheating followed Ali for a couple of years, but it wasn't until 2022 where we really saw someone come to the spotlight and want to talk about what Ali was doing in a big way, when Alex Foxen made a post on Twitter talking about everything that he knew about Ali at the time. Alex tweeted in April of last year saying, "The poker blacklist can't come soon enough. Ali is banned from GG for multi-accounting and real-time assistance. I've witnessed numerous chip dumps to horses and many suspicious changes in play from people known to be his horses when deep in online MTTs. Ali is known as a cheater to almost all in the high roller community. However, without much ironclad proof, most stay silent. After watching this hand on the Super High Roller World livestream, enough is enough." I won't bore you with the specifics of what happens in this hand exactly, but the point is Ali plays a hand where the player to his left has a very important card, the ace of diamonds on a 3-diamond flop, and it seems like he might have known that player had the card because the flop came 3 diamonds, and while playing another player, he put in a very aggressive bluff without having a diamond in his hand, which is not a play that you would make very often. It's the kind of play you might make if you knew the ace of diamonds wasn't a card that your opponent can have because you knew it was dead. And while we can't say for sure that Ali knew that that card was in Paul's hand next to him, it certainly seems likely given this crazy aggressive line from ace-9 offsuit on a 3-diamond flop.
By the way, this is also mistake of the recreational player because he was not protecting his cards and made it possible for Imsirovic to see it. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I mean, I guess the fairest, most fairest, fair, you know what I mean. The best way to talk about it would be that he would announce that he saw a card or something and that the other guy should protect his cards more better. But I think many people would probably take advantage of this situation and also not notify the other guy, especially if there's a lot of money on the stake here.
Alex then shows the math on the solver for this play and shows that this would never be something that you would do unless maybe you knew the ace of diamonds was gone. Also the next day, Ali showed up back in the tournament, this time wearing some shades, making it a little bit harder to see the man's eyes. Alex Foxen concluded with, "The high stakes community is, for the most part, extremely honorable and a group of people I consider myself lucky to associate with."
Not sure if I agree with that. I think what we see is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's a lot more cheating going on underwater, which we just don't see. And if people do it in a way that it's very hard to detect and get caught, then they might just continue forever and be fine. So I don't necessarily agree with this statement.
This nonsense should not be tolerated and needs to be called out more often. This year more than ever, Ali's cheating has come to the spotlight. In fact, Phil Nagy, a CEO of another online poker site that has a lot of players, tweeted saying, "I will go on record, I'm in the Triton 200K, etc., etc. I will give a 100K reward for proof of Ali cheating." Justin Bonomo responded quoting this and saying, "100K reward for proof of Ali Imsirovic cheating? Amazing offer, go after it, fam. I know there are people out there at Ali's stable reading this. Take the 100K and start a new clean life." Bonomo makes a great point. It would be an awesome situation to take the 100K and start a new clean life. But why would Ali choose now to come forward and tell people that he has been multi-accounting? Does he think that maybe if he just lets people know that he was multi-accounting, that he could then return to playing high rollers for many years, where slowly the community forgets that they were doing something extremely unethical to win money off of other players in the community by playing multiple accounts in the same tournament? Does he really think that people will slowly forget that?
Yeah, this also becomes like a lot worse when you also consider that he possibly also were on the same table with two of his accounts, knew more hole cards, could potential ship dump, and collude with these accounts, trap someone in the middle or something like that. So yeah, this is extremely shady. And yeah, if some guy like that comes forward, I mean, Ali, to my knowledge, did the same, but still.
Yeah, come on! Whoever did this, just confess. We promise we won't be mad.
Actually, I think that does work sometimes. But while Ali was receiving more and more comments about potential cheating, he was also receiving more and more money, winning poker tournaments, and receiving more and more awards, winning poker awards in 2021 in many categories, including, and I love this one, Player's Choice for Toughest Opponent. Yeah, your opponent is pretty tough when they're playing you in 3 seats. He also in 2021 won the award for GPI Player of the Year and Poker Go Tour Player of the Year. The great irony of that last award is that this is a poker tour he is now banned from. So, I don't know, Reggie Bush had to give back the Heisman, right? So, I feel like there's a parallel there. But anyway, in 2021, Ali won 3 different awards. That's right, 1 for each of his accounts. You can see him here in the background. Wait, I'm getting some news.
This just in. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
This just in.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Didn't I just do this?
I can now confirm Ali has been awarded his 4th GPI award. This time, Best Confession of 2023.
And the Global Poker Award goes to Ali Imsirovic.
This is Ali's first time winning the award for outstanding achievement in cheating and scamming the poker community.
First off, I would like to thank everybody that's been a part of this to make this event possible. Every tourney, every deep run.
And ran thousands and thousands of simps to use to try and play.
Why the fuck is he holding his phone in his hand?
Perfectly online.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think this was possible. Thank you very much.
Anyway, Ali was on top of the world, but that time was coming to an end. Ali was banned from more and more poker playing venues.
I think he probably should be banned from everything for life. I mean, it's not just a simple mistake. And he also made so much money off his this stuff.
For cheating. It started with GG Poker, the largest online poker website. Then he was seen at an EPT event location. Notably, however, he was not playing poker, and allegedly, he was not allowed to play in the events. Then, Ali was also banned from the Poker Go Tour, and as if it couldn't get any worse, Ali was then banned from the prestigious and world-renowned poker club, The Lodge in Austin, Texas, which hosts daily tournaments and cash games for everyone, except for Ali. This brings us to a video posted just a couple of days ago, where Ali posts a 30-minute video breaking down what he did do and didn't do. And I'm going to give you the cliff notes. He mainly said he didn't do, but there are some admissions in here that we should talk about as well. Let's break down some parts of the video.
And I ended up making a mistake, a really bad mistake, and began multi-accounting MTTs at that time.
So basically the same thing that Justin Bollinger did. I think that's also the only thing that he's admitting to. Like, yeah, multi-account counting MTTs.
I did this for about 4 to 5 months before I stopped. And I had originally started doing this because I knew there were...
What is with this camera, by the way? Why is this looking so bad? I mean, he made multiple millions. He should have money to get a working or good camera or that get it cleaned or clean it himself. This looks like a piece of crap.
There was a lot of shady shit happening in those games.
Oh, that's right, guys. Everyone was doing.
So his justification is other people cheat too, so I had to cheat to protect myself.
it. He's talking about $25,000 tournaments, kind of like people talk about smoking weed in high school. It's just 3 accounts in one tournament for $25,000 each. You're gonna
By the way, I think smoking weed is fine.
love it. Everyone's doing it, bro.
I knew there were people card sharing and multiing and working as teams, things like that. So originally I was just trying to fight against that so I could keep playing in those kind of games.
I also like
Sounds like bullshit to me. And also, he has like the same advantage basically if he has multiple accounts and if he by chance gets seated at the same table.
like the putting himself as almost the hero. He was trying to fight against it, trying to fight against those damn cheaters by being a cheater.
There were plenty of guys in those pools that were playing good, honest poker, and they didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve me multi-accounting. I began feeling really bad about what I was doing, and I just stopped multi-ing after those 4 to 5 months.
Here he says that he felt bad and stopped multi-accounting. Note that it will come up later.
Then in August, I believe, GG Poker banned 82 players all at once for RTA. I had $320,000 on my GG Poker account, and it was seized. Their response to me was that I was banned for the Munker charts as well as multi-accounting. And when I got that email, I didn't even try to fight it. In my head, I was thinking, this is my punishment for what I did, and I deserve it.
And he decided not to fight it, and basically he deserved it for the fact that he was cheating in those games, which, okay, that is fair enough. And this is something we've talked about on this channel before, where when someone...
By the way, what is GG doing with the confiscated money? Are they distributing it or just keeping it for themselves? I mean, as shady as they are, they might just keep it.
Someone loses a lot of money in some kind of confiscation and doesn't release a public statement, a lot of times I do feel like you know why. The next part of the video, he mainly just denies various allegations from people, including denying that he ghosts his horses.
There's like recent allegations around me having some sort of ghosting operation going on now that is completely fucking ridiculous, especially considering I don't even have horses anymore to do any sort of ghosting operation. So like people are just like completely just like taking shit out of their ass now and coming up with new things. Okay,
I don't see why that one's the most important about currently if he has horses or not. It doesn't really matter. We're talking about what he was doing beforehand. That is really the main thing in question here. He also gives some alibis for some of his horses' biggest wins.
I didn't even have the time to ghost somebody at an FT about like a 215 with 10K up top. Like wasn't even on my radar. Like when he was playing literally a whole FT, I was at the Poker Go studio that day playing, I believe, a 10K, and I was watching the stream on my phone, sweating it. Like I was around all these high stakes players, watching the party poker stream on my phone and sweating the action. Like I clearly could not have been playing.
The problem here is that yes, there are going to be alibis for some of his horse's biggest wins, but what about all of the wins?
Yeah, I think also sounds like bullshit. And yeah, I mean, we have no proof, but someone who's multi-counting might also ghost his other horses. This basically means that he watches them play and gives advice, and other people don't know that it's basically him playing and not the horse.
All of the horses we would...
Horse is the stake player, by the way, for completely beginners who don't know.
You know, all of these people and everywhere where he was for all of them, it's simply not proof that you didn't do something to show other times you didn't, right? Like, for example, if you...
But I guess proven not guilty until evidence is found. But yeah, if someone does other shady things, it becomes more likely that he is also doing more shady things in other areas.
Says, I didn't cheat on August 6th. I was in Cancun. Okay, well, what about August 9th when you weren't in Cancun? You can see the point. Basically, proof of individual instances of innocence does not mean that they're all innocent. Now, that's not to say that he is guilty on these. I don't really know all of the ghosting accusations.
Yeah, agreed.
Situations. Certainly, I was not involved or knowledgeable about them, but I can simply say that innocence in one instance does not make you innocent in all of them.
In terms,
He's a native speaker. He can articulate himself better than I am. But yeah, this is a point I would have made as well.
of the RTA allegation, this is one of the most mind-boggling ones for me. All the stats will tell you that this just isn't true. First off, I'll address my heads-up match with Doug Polk. I played very far from a solver. Him and I both were playing lightning fast. And like, yeah, I'm sure he didn't think that highly of my play when we were playing. But, I mean, all those things prove that there was no RTA when we played. And like, yeah, I guess my bad play just proves it.
Ali talked about my matches against him a little bit. We played some 100, 200. He says he won 20 buy-ins. I think it was closer to 12. I can't remember exactly. And he mentions that I didn't think that he was using RTA. And I will admit that in some of the bigger pots I played versus Ali, he definitely made some mistakes. Now, that does not mean that he was innocent. It just means that in the big pots, he made some errors, right? So,
yeah, true. But if you use RTA, you probably don't use it in every single hand. You just go to your little helper when you are in a situation where you are unsure what to do, then get advice. So you play normally. I mean, that's how it should be done if you don't want to get caught. You learn how to play, you get very good. Then, if you are a fucking cheater, you just do it in some big pots or in situations where you're very unsure what to do. And this way you would also be not detectable because, yeah, you play reasonably, not always GTO in most spots, but you get some extra additional help, more or less, from the solver in certain spots where you are unsure.
I'm not saying one way or another. At the time, I didn't really feel like he was cheating me. That said, it would be pretty easy to do it in a way where you're making lots of small decisions correctly, and then the big ones, maybe you're keeping the other player in the game. Certainly someone that is doing that would know how to balance those two things.
The RTA that people claim I was using, I don't think people actually understand what RTA really means and like how hard it is to RTA in FTTs. Say I built an RTA and ran thousands.
Yeah, it's not that easy. You cannot do it in every hand because it takes some time. You would have you need a separate computer or something, type all the things in, or you have to have a very sophisticated setup where you have like, in order to not be detectable, because there's a lot of Trojans and stuff in every poker software, so you cannot run it on the same computer. So you either have to do a virtual computer, run the poker software, have the RTA read the cards from the virtual computer. So the virtual computer is like, yeah, shielded from the Trojans in the poker software, and then give you advice so that you don't have to plug it in by hand. And the thing also is you have to have solutions for every blind level and everything. So it will never be perfect, especially in tournaments where the blind levels are like, where the blinds change a lot, where you have like very deep play at the beginning with like 300 BB or whatever it is, and later stages you have like 50, 10, 5 BB, whatever. So yeah, it will not be perfect, as he says. But especially for no-limit hold'em, it's way easier to cheat. I mean, for PLO, we probably don't even have all the sims, and we don't have enough bet sizes and stuff. But for no-limit hold'em, as the game is smaller, way less combinations and stuff, it is easier to cheat. And this guy is a no-limit hold'em player. This is no proof, but yeah. I mean, you could still use it, as I explained before, in situations where you are unsure. I mean, I guess a lot of stuff is just standard in tournaments where you make like 90, 95% of the decisions standard, in standard way. And if you are unsure, if you don't know what to do, it's solver time.
It's thousands of sims to use to try and play perfectly online. Those sims would assume everybody has the same stack, which in actuality, MTTs, there are constant varying stack sizes. It's literally impossible for me to build an RTA where I just have all these post-flop spots ran.
Yeah, okay. He's basically saying the same thing what I did. But there are, yeah, a lot of sims out there which you can buy. I mean, if it's for millions of dollars, you can also get a very expensive computer for like 20K or something and run a lot of sims. So this is no proof. He's just saying, oh, it's difficult to do it, but it's not impossible. And people did it. And maybe he did it as well. This is just no proof. It's just a lot of bullshit that he's talking to appear innocent.
For the hundreds of thousands of unique situations that could even come up.
It's true it's very difficult to have a system set up to know all of these situations that you can get into, but you can look at some common ones and create some templates, and you can get a relatively good idea for situations, and you could do that fairly consistently. Depends on the game format and things moving around a lot. I don't really know what is out there from a technological perspective, but I can say it has never been easier to set this up to be able to cheat playing online poker. Ali also talked a bit about why it took so long to come forward.
At first, I felt like I deserved all the hate, to be honest. I had multied a bunch, so I had no interest.
I also don't understand why he's coming forward. I mean, he's getting hate anyways, and if he's now denying some things, this is no proof whatsoever, so I guess this will not help him at all. He's just confirming some stuff that wasn't that clear yet, so maybe he should have just remained silent. I don't see if it helps him. Probably it doesn't hurt him any as well, but yeah, whatever.
Interest in denying that. It happened, and I regret it, but it happened. And then, but after that, there were so many different accusations about me that weren't true. Like,
it just happened. I didn't even want it. I didn't even want it to get all these other accounts and multi-account. I mean, that's only the thing he admitted. And I don't want to ghost my horses. It was just coincidence, and I couldn't stop. I don't know how it happened.
Most of them I just disproved, I think. And I didn't even know how to react. Like, I was so angry and so frustrated.
I could see that being very tough. You are rightfully being attacked for something you did
Yeah, very tough. Must be very tough if you cheat and get caught.
that was wrong. And now more and more stuff comes out that you're doing things that are wrong that you didn't do, and you have to fight back against, but you don't want to say anything and take more hate. So what do? I mean, I guess you do the only thing really that you have left in your back pocket.
I lashed out, and for a little under 2 months,
Can he even play poker still? Or is he banned all over the place? I hope he is, because I mean, he admitted to some things that he shouldn't do, and it's just not safe or good for any poker room to let him play. Also, other players will probably don't want to play against him anymore. So that's what happens if your reputation is ruined. It's very hard to get it back.
played online again, mostly Sundays, where I did multi again. Yeah, I'm just being honest. It felt.
I guess it's not that bad, because he will just get another account, which is on his mother or his friend or whatever. And if he's smart, get the new internet connection with a new IP address and a new computer, so that nothing is identifiable as his former computer or his internet connection. He will be fine and can still be playing as an unknown other guy. So yeah, it's a joke. I mean, he even if he's banned all over the place, he probably will still be able to play online.
Felt like I was being accused of so much shit I wasn't doing, and the shit I've worked hardest at.
Yeah, that is often the case. If you did A, now people think that you did B, C, D as well. It's just how life goes if you are a scumbag.
Like poker, like just works. This is my life. I wasn't gonna be able to drive. It wasn't gonna be able to drive me much more income anymore because I just hated playing live poker anymore. Like I just didn't want to be there.
Ah, yes, the only response here to do some more cheating. Can we talk about the absurdity of this? He multi-accounted to give himself a revenue stream in poker again. Dude, it does not work like that. You don't get to decide when you have a poker revenue stream.
I scam people to have another revenue stream.
By cheating. You're not allowed to cheat. What the hell, man? In fact, this whole video, you start off with how you did it at the start, and then all of these false allegations, and then boom, we're cheating again? What the hell?
I played, I think, roughly 6 Sundays where I did multi to give myself, you know, a revenue stream in poker again.
I lashed out, you know? I stole your money for...
I'm entitled to revenue stream from poker. And as the possibilities get slimmer and smaller because I was banned all over the place to make money, I had to start cheating to get to the same amount I was earning before. It makes sense, right?
6 Sundays to give myself a revenue stream, right? Of your money.
Where I did multi.
I'm just gonna fix these glasses. But yeah, I stole it though. It's
my decision making later in the hand.
It's on file. I got the documents. Documents are on file.
I had a good friend message me and tell me not to become what people are saying I am. So yeah, that really stuck with me. Like I did not want to be this guy.
Bro, don't be the person that people think you are being because you were by being that person. I don't want to take the shades off.
For some of the main accusers, a lot of you don't even have your own house in order. One of the main accusers has had a chip EV RTA since 2018 or 2019 and plays the highest stakes. One of them is banned from multiple sites for multiing. One of them...
So basically wants to make a point or appear in a better light by saying other people do shit as well. I mean, that's never a good excuse, at least not in my book.
Multi stars for years. And one of them was multiing 5K Synagos for a while back in the day, and is somehow now thought of as a respected figure in poker.
I really think that Ali should come forward with these names, and if we're going to do this whole, we're going to say that other people are doing stuff wrong as well. I don't know why he's including that in this video, whether he's trying to tell these people to be quiet or he's trying to say, look, everyone's doing it or what, but he names a few different people and specific things that they did. I mean, I think at this point, it's time for people to start coming forward and actually seeing what's going on in these situations. People like Jake Schindler, who's been accused for a lot of these same types of things. I think it's time for people to come forward and say what happened so that we can move forward. Look, Ali, you want to come forward? You want to move on with your life? That's...
Drag some other guys also down with him. Yeah, that's what I said. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and a lot more cheating is going on. And the clever guys will never get caught.
It's clear. We need to start actually getting some facts down here on what's happening, because we need to clean up the streets by what we do know, because someone like you does have the power to stop cheating that could hurt other people. It's also interesting to me that he posted this video on his wife's YouTube channel instead of his own. I guess you could say he's ghosting her account. Also, can we talk about this thumbnail for a minute? Yeah, that's an interesting looking thumbnail. Personally, I think he could have gone with a different approach. Feels a little more appropriate. But let's be serious for a moment. Sure, Ali cheated. And okay, he stole enormous sums of money from people who were mainly innocent. But Ali's a victim in this too. Don't you forget that. Just look at the devastating toll this has taken on Ali.
He is not able to make millions anymore. What the fuck had just happened? I mean, that's just unfair. This guy is entitled to making millions, even if he cheats. I mean, why not? he's used to making a huge income, and he wants to sustain that.
And his family.
I really want to move past this. This has been incredibly tough on my family, and I just don't want them to ever have to think about it again. They didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve me multi-accounting. And I could see the toll that this was putting on my family. This is my punishment for what I did, and I deserve it. I was trying to run away from it all.
Earlier in the video, I said that we had proof of Ali cheating, but it might not be what you expect. And that is certainly true. Ali Imsirovic played some chess games against high-stakes player Chris Brewer. They played 7 games, over which Ali played with a rating that was in the high 90s. These games were difficult to find because allegedly Ali had changed his screen name, but ultimately we were able to find them. Over a 7-game match with Chris Brewer, Ali played consistently in the high 90s for accuracy. I wanted to know, is this a common thing for people to play at this high of a rating? So I looked at the recent World Championship match between 2 top grandmasters duking it out to be king of the world in chess, or whatever the winner of that is called. I assume it's king of the world. Over this 7-game stretch, Ali played at a 95.6% accuracy according to chess.com. Let's look and see what, in the same type of game, rapid style games, the current world chess champion Ding Liren, what he plays at in that same format. In the last 10 games that Ding has played on chess.com, he played them at a 92% accuracy. That
Maybe he's just a chess genius. Or cheat.
means that in these small samples, Ali played 3.6% more accurate than the best person in the entire world at chess. Pretty damn impressive.
Oh, maybe there's another income stream for him. Chess. Although, not sure if this is about that much money. But there are also like YouTube channels from chess players. And it seems like that he's a natural. So, go ahead, do it.
Why even play poker? But you know who we can compare Ali to? Himself, because he has played countless.
In chess, you also have like the luck component out of the game. Because, to my knowledge, in chess, the better player always wins.
More games on this account since those matches took place. And if we look at his scores, we see 69, we see 79.9, we see 73.8, we see 65.2, we see 75.9. Now maybe you say these games are a faster format, 3 minutes instead of 10 minutes, but we constantly see 80, 65, 69, 80.6, 38.7.
This again is sort of suspicious.
He must have been really rusty in that one. So exactly what happened? Why did Ali get so much worse at chess in such a short period of time? Just maybe Ali isn't the best chess player in the world. I have to wonder about the mindset of someone willing to cheat in a game with nothing at stake. No money, no trophies, nothing. Just pride. And he's still willing to cheat so brazenly in a way that can so easily be proven. What does it take for someone to have that kind of mindset? What is possible for someone who's willing to do that? To end this video, I have 3 things I want to say. First off, Ali, obviously you're going to watch this video or hear about this video. If you want to come clean, how about doing it with an actual interview and someone that's going to ask you tough questions, which is why I am formally inviting you onto my podcast to talk about what really happened here. Hopefully you respond to this video, because you definitely didn't respond to me when I messaged you privately after our heads up match where I said, let's talk about exactly what we can use in a real match, to which you read and never responded, probably because you didn't want to dive into this subject. Number 2, if you have serious quote unquote dirt on
It would be very interesting to see this podcast.
other big players who are cheating, it's time to turn over a new leaf and do the right thing and say who these people are and what they're doing to protect the online poker playing community.
Yeah. Protect the integrity of the game. And if you cannot make money anymore, maybe you want to destroy some more lives. I mean, this is, I mean, yeah, I think we should get rid of these guys, but as I said, it's very hard to find them all. Maybe if someone like him comes forward, he probably has some other scumbag friends. This could be like an avalanche, a lot of cheaters getting yeah, into the light and into the public, but it's still just a bit more from the iceberg, and there's still a lot more, and we will never get to the bottom.
From cheaters. And finally, number 3, you either cheated in those chess games versus Chris Brewer, or you are one of the best chess players of all time. Your 95.6 rating is one of the best ratings I've seen from any player in that format. So I'll tell you what, the world chess champion, he only plays at a 92 roughly. So I'm going to offer the same to you, and I will bet you $100,000 over a 10-game sample versus a good chess player that you cannot beat a 92 rating. It's a little lower than you got versus Chris Brewer, but I'll give you a few points of edge. It's the least I can do. $100,000 over the board in-person chess. You need to break a 92 rating. I think that's pretty safe, pretty fair. That's going to be it for me, and I guess all I have to say at this point is checkmate.
Yeah. Interesting one. Like this video. Yeah, I hope you also like my commentary. And yeah, definitely check out all these other videos of mine to not get cheated and to know about all the traps that are in casinos and on poker sites, to not lose money unnecessarily. Thanks for watching. Bye bye until next time.